Good morning, everyone. So, today we're going to have the revision for the first trimester examination. The learning objective for today is to master all the concepts in the exam covered materials before the examination. First question. Find the product of 8 multiplied by 10 to the fifth power. So, the answer is 800,000. Why? Because you have 5 as an exponent. This signifies 5 zeros. Okay? Or 10 to the fifth power, it means you have 5 zeros. So that is equivalent to 100,000. So 8 multiplied by 100,000 is equivalent to 800,000. Next, find the product of 78 multiplied by 100. So you just simply multiply 78 multiplied by 1 is 78. Then you have two zeros. So the answer is 7,800. Next, which of the following expressions is equal to 560,000? So as you can see, you have 4 zeros. So the exponent must be 4. And your basic is 56. So 56 multiplied by 10 to the fourth power is the correct answer. Next, find the product of 22 multiplied by 10 squared. 10 squared means 10 times 10, that is equivalent to 100. So 22 multiplied by 1 is 22, then you have two zeros, so the answer is 2,200. Next, 89 multiplied by 1,000. So 89 multiplied by 1 is 89. Then you have three zeros. The answer is 89,000. Next, which of the following expressions is equal to 120,000? So 12 multiplied by 10 to the fourth power means 12. Then the fourth means four zeros, 2, 3, and 4. So this is 120,000. So this is the correct answer. Why not B? Because 12, then you have 6 zeros, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the answer is 12 million. And why not 7? Because you have 12 plus 7 zeros, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 120 million. So since you are looking for the expression that is equal to 120,000, so the answer is letter A. Next, estimate the product of 29 multiplied by 466. So if you're going to estimate this to the highest place value, so 2 using rounding, 2 is followed by 9, so this is nearest to 30, and 4 is followed by 6, and that is nearest to 500 because you need to add 1 to 4 if you're going to use rounding method. So 3 multiply by 500, so that is nearest to 15,000. Next, Romel has 102 packages of books. Each package has 29 books. Use rounding to estimate about how many books does he have. So I'm going to round to the highest place value. 1 is followed by 0. So 102 is nearest to 100. And 2 is followed by 9. So I need to add 1 into 2. So 2 becomes 3 and the rest of the digit becomes 0. So 29 is nearest to 30. Then multiply 30 multiplied by 100. So the answer is 3,000. Estimate the product of 18 multiplied by 504. So estimating, if I'm going to use rounding, 18 is nearest to 20 because 1 is followed by 8. So we need to add 1 to 1. Then 5 is followed by 0. So this is 5. Then the rest of the digit becomes 0. So 504 is nearest to 500. 18 is nearest to 20. So 20 multiplied by 500. The shortcut way is you need to cancel all the zeros and put it into the product. Then 5 times 2 is 10. So the answer is 10,000, which is letter A. Lesson 3.2. Estimate the product of 78 multiplied by 589. So it's the same thing. If I'm going to round this one, this is nearest to 80. If I'm going to round this one, it is nearest to 600. Then multiply. The shortcut way to multiply, cancel all the zeros and put it into the product. Then 8 times 6 is 48. So the answer is 48,000. 1000, which is letter A. Emmanuel has 406 packages of crayons. Each package has 12 crayons. Use rounding to estimate. About how many crayons does Emmanuel have? So if I'm going to round, this becomes 400 and this becomes 10. So 400 multiplied by 10, that is equivalent to 4000, which is letter B. Next, estimate the product of 68 multiplied by 402. So if I'm going to round this one, so this nearest to 70 and 402 is nearest to 400 if I'm going to use rounding. So 70 multiplied by 400, cancel all the zeros. We have three zeros, put it into the product, and 7 times 4 is 28. So the answer is 28,000. Next, find the product. So it's not estimated answer. We need to find the exact answer. So 892 multiplied by 14. So 4 multiplied by 2 is 8. 4 multiplied by 9 is 36, regroup 3. 4 multiplied by 8 is 32 plus 3, that is 35. Then before multiplying the second digit, be sure that you need to put 0 here. Because once you multiply 1 to 2, the first answer must be in the tens place because you are multiplying the tens place. So 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 9 is 9, and 1 times 8 is 8. Then we need to add. 8 plus 0 is 8, 6 plus 2 is 8, 5 plus 9 is 14, regroup 1, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 8 is 12, so the final product is 12,488. Next, 268 multiplied by 23. So if we're going to multiply this one using the standard algorithm, 3 times 8 is 24, regroup 2. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20, so regroup 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Then we need to put 0 before multiplying the second digit. 2 times 8 is 16, regroup 1. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 1 is 13, regroup 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Then let's add. 4 plus 0 is 4, 0 plus 6 is 6, 8 plus 3 is 11, regroup 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, so the answer is 6,164. Next question. Find the product of 89 multiplied by 67. So 89 multiplied by 67. 9 multiplied by 7 is 63, so regroup 6. 8 multiplied by 7 is 56, plus 6 is 62. Then we need to put 0. So 6 times 9 is 54, regroup 5. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 5 is 53. Then let's add. 3 plus 0 is 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Then bring down 5. So the answer is 5,963. Next, the principal buys 46 tables for the new office. Each table costs $502. So what is the total amount of the principal pays for tables? So we need to multiply 502 multiplied by 46 to get the answer. So 6 times 2 is 12, regroup 1. 6 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 6 times 5 is 30. Then we need to put 0 before multiplying the second digit. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 0 is 0. And 4 times 5 is 20. Then let's add. This is 2, 9, 0, 3, and 2. So the answer is 23,092. Next, Riyadh has 28 metro trains that can each carry 205 passengers. So how many passengers can all of the metro train carry? So we just simply multiply 205 multiplied by 28. So 8 multiplied by 5 is 40, regroup 4. So 8 multiplied by 0 is 0, plus 4 is 4. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. Then we need to put 0. 5 times 2 is 10, so 0 regroup 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Then add, this is 0, 4, 7, and 5. So the answer is 5,740. Next, find the product of 305 multiplied by 15. So 305 multiplied by 15. 5 times 5 is 25, regroup 2. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2 is 2. 5 times 3 is 15. Then we need to put 0. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 3 is 3. Then let's add. 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 5 plus 0 is 5, then 1 plus 3 is 4, so the answer is 4,575. Next, my mother is planning his food order for a party. She expects to use 145 pounds of carrots each day for 15 days. So how many pounds of carrots will she order? So we just simply multiply 145 by 15 to get the answer. So 5 multiplied by 5 is 25, regroup 2. 5 by 4 is 20 plus 2 is 22, regroup 2. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. Then we need to put 0. Then 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. Then add. 5 plus 0 is 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, regroup 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, so the answer is 2,175. Next, find the product of 14 multiplied by 26. So 6 multiplied by 4 is 24, regroup 2. 6 multiplied by 1 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Then we need to put 0. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. Then let's add. 4 plus 0 is 4. 8 plus 8 is 16, regroup 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer is 364. Next, 508 multiplied by 24. So 4 multiplied by 8 is 32, the group 3. 4 multiplied by 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. Then we need to put 0. 2 times 8 is 16, the group 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. And 2 times 5 is 10. Then let's add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 6 is 9. 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. Then bring down 1. The answer is 12,192. A bottle of ointment has 6,500 fluid ounces of liquid. How much liquid is 10 squared bottles of ointment? So it means we just simply multiply 0.65 multiplied by 10 squared. So if it is multiplying by 10 to the first power, to the second power, 10 to the third power, the movement of the decimal is going to the right. And the number of exponent is equivalent to the number of movements. So we have 2. So it means 2 movements going to the right. So it means the decimal now is at the end of 5. So the answer is a whole number 65. Next, find the product of 78.9 multiplied by 0.01. If it is multiplying by 0.1, 0.01, and 0.001, this is one movement going to the left, two movements going to the left, three movements going to the left. So since this is 100s, so two movements going to the left from the decimal, 1 and 2. So my decimal now is here. So the answer is 0.789 or 789 thousandths. Next, 17.02 multiplied by 0.001 or 1 thousandths. So three movements going to the left. 3, 1, 2, and 3. So my decimal is here. Then there is a missing number. I need to put 0. So the answer is 0.01702. Next, 7.8 multiplied by 100. Let us multiply by 10, 100, 1,000. Okay. The number of zeros is equivalent to the number of movements. So you have two zeros. So two movements going to the right. So I need to add 1 0 and the decimal is at the end. So the answer is 780. Next, 7.7 multiplied by 81. So we're going to estimate. To estimate, we need to estimate this to the nearest whole number. 7.7 is nearest to 8. Then, if I'm going to round this one, it becomes 80. Okay? So, 8 multiplied by 80, 8 multiplied by 8 is 64. Then you have 1 0. So, the estimated product is 640, which is letter A. Next, estimate the product of 0.35 multiplied by 64. So, if I'm going to estimate this to the nearest tenths, this becomes 0.4. Then 64 becomes 60. So 60 multiplied by zero point 0.4, that is equivalent to 24. Because 6 times 4 is 24. Then you have 1 0. Then you have 1 decimal. Move 1. So the answer is 24.0 or 24. And that is letter B. Next, estimate the product 0.75 multiplied by 95. If I'm going to round to the nearest whole number, this becomes 1. Then this is 95. So 1 multiplied by 95, the answer is 95, which is letter C. Next, true or false? When we estimate the product of 6.45 multiplied by 2 using rounding to the nearest whole number, the estimated product is 14. So the whole number is 6. So 6.45 becomes 6. Then multiply by 2. 6 times 2 is 12, not 14. So the answer is false. Next, Ronnie buys 45 CDs that cost 54 each. Based on his computation, the actual total cost of all the CD is $24.3. So, is that true or false? So, 45 multiplied by 0.54. So how to find the answer? In multiplying whole number by decimal is just like multiplying both as a whole number. So 45 multiplied by 54. So 5 times 4 is 20. Regroup 2. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 2 is 18. Then we need to put 0. 5 times 5 is 25. Regroup 2. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2 is 22. Then we're going to add. This is 0, 13. Regroup 1. This is 4. And this is 2. Then how many decimal places do we have? We have 2. So from the last digit, move to the left twice. So the answer is 24.30. So 24.30 is the same as 24.3. That's next. True or false? The product of 12.25 multiplied by 5 is 61.25. So if we're going to multiply 12.25 multiplied by 5, so 5 times 5 is 25, regroup 2. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12, regroup 1. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11, regroup 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. Then how many decimal places do we have? We have 2, so 1 and 2. So the answer is 61.25, and that is correct. Next, the product of 27.3 multiplied by 30. Is that 829? So let's multiply. So we need to cancel the 0 and put it into the product. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 7 is 21, the group 2. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Then how many decimal places? We have 1. So the answer is 819, not 829. That's why the statement is false. Now, lesson 4.6. Actually, there are two ways to solve this one, but the concept of this is to find the partial product. So how to find the partial product? 16.4 multiplied by 0.8. Okay? So it means you need to break this one into 16 plus 0.4. And you need to break this one into 0 plus 0.8. Then multiply. Okay, so the first one that you're going to multiply is 0.8 multiplied by 0.4. The other one is 0.8 multiplied by 16 as a whole number. So you're done. Then 0. So since this is 0, no need to get the partial product because all numbers multiplied by 0 is 0. So the two partial products are 0. Then after that, multiply 8 times 4 is 32. Then you have two decimal, 1 and 2, so 0.32. Then 16 multiplied by 8. What is 16 multiplied by 8? That is equivalent to 48. Regroup 4, 128. So 128, but you have one decimal places, so that is 12.8. So what is 12.8 plus 0.32? So if we're going to add these two, because the others are 0, 0. So this is 2, 11, regroup 1. This is 3 and 1. So the answer is false because the answer must be 13.12 when we multiply 16.4 multiplied by zero point 0.8. The product of 53.7 multiply by zero point 0.6. So if it is if we're going to apply the main concept of lesson 4.6, which is partial product, we need to break this one into 53 plus zero point 0.7. The other one is 0 plus zero point 0.6. So since this is 0, so we just simply multiply zero point 0.6. So zero point 0.6 multiplied by zero point 0.7. So 7 times 6 is 42. Then you have two decimals, so the answer is 0.42. Then zero point 0.6 multiplied by 53. So what is 53 multiplied by 6? That is 18 to the group 1. That is 30, 31. So we have 318. Then you have one decimal point. So the answer is 31.8. Then, since this is 0, 0 times zero point 0.7 is 0. And 0 times 53 is 0. So 31.8 plus 0.42 plus 0, the answer is 2, 12, regroup 1, 2, and 3. So 32.22, which is correct. That's why the answer is true. Next, at the grocery store, apples cost $4.60 per pound. Romina bought 2.8 pounds of peaches, so multiply by 2.8. So if I'm going to apply the concept in lesson 4.6, which is using the partial product, this becomes 4 plus 0.60. And the other one is 2 plus 0.8. So let's multiply first this one. So 0.8 multiplied by 0.6 or 60. So 8 times 6 is 48. Okay. So 8 times 60 is 48. Then you have two decimal places. So the answer is 0.48 because 0 has no value. Okay. So 0.48. And next is 0.8 multiplied by 4. So 8 times 4 is 32. Then you have one decimal point. So the answer is 3.2. Then the next digit that you're going to multiply is 2. So 2 multiplied by zero point 0.6 or 0.60. So 6 times 2 is 12 and you have one decimal, so 1.2. Then 2 multiplied by 4, so the answer is 8. Then add all the partial products. So you have 8 plus 1.2 plus 3.2 and plus 0.48. Be sure that you know how to put or align the numbers. So this is 8, this is 8 point, this is 12. So the answer is 12.88 and this is 12.88. That's why the statement is true. Next, in lesson 4.7, we just simply write the decimal product of zero point 0.9 by zero point 0.8. So if I'm going to apply the concept in lesson 4.7, this becomes 9 multiplied by 1 over 10. Okay. Then multiply by 8 multiply by 1 over 10. Then I'm going to combine 9 multiplied by 8, then multiply 110 multiplied by 110. So 9 multiplied by 8 is 72. Then multiply 1 times 1 is 1. 10 times 10 is 100. So 72 multiplied by 100 is 72 hundredths. 72 hundredths means 0.72. That's why that statement is true. Okay? Next, by applying the concept of lesson 47. 0.75, if I'm going to change this becomes 75 multiplied by 1 over hundreds because this is tenths, hundreds. Then multiply by 8 multiplied by 1 over 10 because 8 is in the tens place. Then I will combine the whole number 75 multiplied by 8. Then multiply by 100 multiplied by 110. Okay, so what is 75 multiplied by 8? So this is 40, regroup 4. 56 plus 4 is 60. So this is 600 multiplied by 1 times 1 is 1. 100 times 10 is 1000. So 600 times 1 is 600, then over 1000. So the number of zeros are 3, so 3 movements going to the left. So the answer is zero point 0.6 or 0.600. That's why this is false. The answer is not 1.26. The answer is zero point 0.6 or 0.600. Next, equation, lesson for 7. So let's apply the concept. This is 6, so 6 multiplied by 100, then multiply by 9, multiply by 1 over 10. 6 times 100, it means that is 600. And 9 times 1/10, that is 9/10. So they are equal. So 600ths and 9/10 is the same as 600ths and 9/10. So that's why that statement is true. So that's it. Thank you so much and have a good day.